Can you wake up and go one full day without numbing out? 24 hours, no autopilot, no reaching for the off switch? Just have a think about that, because most of us can't, and we don't even notice. We scroll until our eyes glaze, we binge another episode, and well, we eat until we're way past full. And we call it reward. It isn't a reward, it's an exit. We're not resting, we're leaving. We're stepping out of our own life because something inside feels uncomfortable. And here's the thing that nobody tells you. The numbing isn't the problem, it's the report. Let me explain what I mean. Inside your head, you've got a press office. As you know, I call him Bob. The PR firm. Bob doesn't make the decision's already been made. Lower down, faster than a thought. Bob just writes the spin. You deserve this, one won't hurt. You've had a long day. Sound familiar? Bob is very good at this job. He's had years of decades of practice. But Bob's working off a signal, and the signal starts in the body, not in the mind. This is the part that everyone gets backwards. We think we numb out because we're weak or lazy or broken. You're none of those. You numb out because of your physiology. Yes, physiology. Fried before you get a fucking vote. I call that the 100 millisecond hijack. Your nervous system trips, the state shifts, and then Bob shows up to make it all sound reasonable. So when people say, just be more mindful, just be present, I want to throw something in you. Because you can't think your way out of your body that's already braced. Physiology before psychology. Every single time. So what do? First, the daily tone check. Before you fix anything, you read the machine. How's your body sitting? Wired? Flat? Restless? Numb? You don't judge it, you just clock it and observe it. That's observation. And observation becomes before choice, not the other way round. Second, you find the gap. Between the hijack and the behaviour, there's a millisecond, 100 milliseconds, half a second, and I call it the gate. It's tiny, but it's the only bit of you that's actually free. Most people never see the gate. They go straight from feeling to phone, feeling to fridge, feeling to scroll, feeling to porn. But once you observe Bob spinning his little story, you're standing in the gate, and you don't have to obey him, you just observe. Third, you steady the body, because a braced nervous system will win every argument. So you reach for the vagal break, long slow exhales, out longer than in, a few reigns, and you're done, relaxing. In, out. You're telling the machine that the threat's past. State over story. Settle the state, and Bob's story loses its grip. And look, sometimes it's not even emotional. Sometimes it's the fucking raccoon, Lucifer, you know him. I got a feral little fucker and he lives in your gut. When he's fed rubbish, he won't shut up. Sugar, seed oils, wheat. He rattles the bins, and you call it a craving. Feed him real food, and he goes quiet. And a lot of what you think is willpower is just a calm gut. Now imagine the other version. You wake up, and you're actually in the day. Not watching it from behind the glass. You feel the boredom, and you don't run. You feel the stress, and you breathe instead of reach. You start catching Bob mid-sentence, and every time you do, you get a little more sovereign. Here's how the whole thing locks together. Physiology sets tone. Tone enables observation. Observation controls attachment timing. Timing enables evaluation. Evaluation produces behaviour. Behaviour repeated becomes identity. Identity feeds physiology. And that's the loop. That's the EOM, emotional observation method. That's how you stop sleepwalking, not by trying harder, by observing sooner. It won't be perfect. Some days Bob gets one past you, and that's fine, absolutely perfect. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being present. Recognising the numbing, finding the gate, steady the body, and then you choose. That's the whole game. So here's your challenge this week. Pick one numbing habit, just one. The phone, the snack, the screen. And next time you reach for it, pause in the gate, one long exhale, and then you decide. Tell me in the comments what you're going to catch for. I read them And if you're new here, this is what we do. We stop existing and start running the machine on purpose. Subscribe and stick around. Pick up the wrench.